Hey guys, in our previous video we discussed about virtual agent basics, how to activate the plugin and how the virtual agent looks really in Madrid. In this video we'll talk about designer. So how can we design a workflow and what are the utilities present to design a workflow. And if you haven't seen my previous video, the link is in the description. So let's get started to create a designer workflow. So for that you have to go to collaboration, virtual agent, then designer, and click on designer. The designer opens in a new window, so that's a good thing. So here you can see the topics which are present out of the box, and by clicking add a topic we can actually create our own custom workflow or a topic. So we'll create a custom topic and we will cover a scenario for the asset management guys, or specifically asset managers, if they want to see how many computers or servers are in their environment. So we need to give a name to this topic, and maybe we can have like asset management. So the description would be like this, what is this topic used for. So maybe I can say for asset managers to get count of servers and maybe computers. Okay, the keywords, so the keywords are like on the basis of what particular words or keyword this topic will pop up. So you can actually make your virtual agent intelligent if user types in maybe like asset, so this topic pops up, or maybe you can say management, so this topic will come up. So we'll take this as an example. In conditions, you can define on what kind of condition this topic comes up. Maybe you can say through a script that if this particular user is there, so I will show hi there and the name, or we can actually have anything. Okay, so in condition we can actually define when this particular topic will display. Okay, so we can have something like maybe if the user belongs to this location, maybe to India or maybe to UK, so we can have that conditions in here. Or if you want this topic to be particularly for a role, so you can define in the roles here. In our case maybe it should be just available for the asset management guys, so asset role. So we'll try to keep it simple as of now, and we will not use any roles. And the live agent variables are like the scratchpad variables in workflow, so these variables can be used anywhere in the topic, and if we want any value to be used there, and we can use live agent variables. So I will just save this topic and I'll make this topic as active, and I'll click edit topic flow. So a nice window comes up with the start and end button, and if we would have defined our live agent variables there, they would appear here. So as of now there is nothing. So there are three types of utilities present. One is the utilities which says lookup, which is looking up for a specific record from a table, or we can have a script action, so it will run the script, and if you want to make any changes in a particular record through glide records or something on a particular condition. So it's basically writing a script and making the updates. The third one is the action. So action is like creating or updating a new record in specific table. So this is more user friendly when you are actually creating a new record or updating. So it provides you good looking drop downs and the values you can set. And the decision is for if there are like multiple options or multiple outputs of a condition, so you can actually check them in the condition and it will run accordingly whatever matches. And if we go on the top, there is user input. So user input defines what user will enter or how we are accepting the input from the user. So it can be accepted maybe in the text form, so a user can actually type in anything and we will capture that in our text. The second one is the static choice. So this is what we will display to the user, what kind of service you want. Maybe you want updation of a record, deletion of a record, or adding a new record. So that's a static choice we can show to the user. The third one is the reference choice. So that is similar to choice, but it actually refers to some table in our ServiceNow, okay, as the name suggests. So we can use it if we want to display some particular records from a table, so we can use choice. Boolean is like true and false. So if we are looking for yes or no answer from the user, we can use Boolean. Date time is if we want to show user the calendar and he can select the particular date and time. For example, if we want to create a change from a virtual agent, we can actually have planned start date as date time variable in here. Image picker is if we want any image to be uploaded by the user, so they can actually upload the issue or upload the image of their issue. Carousel is a very interesting utility here. So if you want to use or show the service catalog items, maybe your laptop models or maybe your softwares, so carousel gives you a very good looking view and you can actually scroll them if there are more than one values, and there is a nice image which you have used in your catalogs and you can select that. Next utility is bot response. So this defines how the bot will respond to your query. Okay, so if you want bot to respond in a text form, you can use the text. Similarly, if you want an image output, so you need to define your image beforehand that this particular image should be displayed at this particular condition. And then comes the link. If you want to give any link, maybe a KB article link or maybe to some other website, you can have this link here. HTML is if you want to write some HTML code and display user in a very good looking format in the chat, you can do that as well. Multi-flow output is something like multiple outputs. So if you want maybe two links to be displayed after this particular step, so you can use multi-flow output. The next one is the script output, which you can have a script run and you can return variable, or maybe you can return a glide record, or maybe you can return a card, which we'll discuss in next few seconds. So card is something like if you have created an incident or a particular record or maybe a problem, so that will be displayed in a good looking format in a card where you can define what values to be displayed. So suppose if you created an incident, you want to display the incident number with a nice looking link, and then maybe uh, the short description and then the priority and all. So that is how will the user will know what is the incident number and the details which he has created. Okay, so let's get started, and we will create a small workflow and let's see how does it work. Okay, so maybe I can start with a static choice, and I can ask the asset manager, maybe, give me what do you want exactly. So what service do you want today? Okay, and the name is not very so this is the name actually. So I'll write this in prompt and I'll name and give the name as asset choice maybe. So the variable name will be asset underscore choice, and the prompt will be what kind of service do you want today. And once the user has selected the option, you can have an acknowledgement that okay, I've got this answer, or maybe you can have a default value. If user is shown this option, on the first value should be automatically selected, or you can have a confirmation message that okay, I've got your answer and I'll go to the next step. And then also you can have some conditions in here through a script or maybe through a filter. And in choice list setting, you will define what values are being displayed or what are the choices being displayed. Okay, so we can have maybe count of computers, and I'll give value as maybe 1. Count of servers, and I'll give as 2. And then maybe like I'm done. So if user doesn't want to do anything, he can actually say I'm done, and the workflow will just finish there. Okay, I will save this one. There are no errors, so errors are displayed here like 3 or 4, so how many errors are there, it comes in a red circle. So here are 3 buttons actually, so you can save this workflow as an image for your future reference. You can save whatever work you have done until now, and you can actually preview what you have developed. Okay, so as soon as I click preview here, a new pop-up window opens up and I can actually test what I have written. So I have actually just given a static choice to the user, and you can see there are 3 options which I have created are displayed here. So if user presses something, and what are the next step and anything. Okay, so this is kind of testing thing. Okay, so after the user has selected, I want to check what is the choice user selected, and I can do the next actions accordingly. I created a decision, and in here I can define computer if he chose computer, and I will write a script to check if he has actually selected computer choice. I'll copy this script and paste, and I'll use the VA inputs dot asset choice. So VA inputs is a utility again which captures all the inputs, and like in previous step we captured asset choice, that what choice user will actually select, and then we can have get value function, and then if he selected 1, and this will return true, and applies. So applies is a local variable here. I'll copy this script for the next steps as well, and maybe I can write this is for computer selection. And I will save. Okay, and then I can click plus button here, and I can write condition for the servers. Again the script, add script, I'll paste it here, and for servers I had given the value as 2, and I will write here applies. Okay, and if the user selects the third choice, I'm done. So we'll write a code for that as well once it is saved. Okay, again I will click plus, I'll go here, maybe I can say goodbye step. Okay, and I will see here. Okay, and I had given the number as 0, I think, and applies. Okay, and just to confirm that user had selected goodbye, so I will add a text here and say goodbye message, and I will say thank you for using virtual agent today, goodbye, and I will save this. And we can actually take this pointer to end. Okay, and for the computers and servers we can actually write a script. And so I will drag script action here, and we'll write a server script, maybe to count the servers, and then I will write an expression, my script, where gr equal to new record and cmdb underscore ci underscore server, gr dot add active query, and gr dot query, and then I can actually capture the count variable in a live agent variable. So I'll just save this one as of now, and I will add a new live agent variable, maybe name of LA underscore count server, and I will give its default value as 0. Even you can calculate the default value through some script here. So as of now we'll give only 0. I'll go back to my code again, and I'll say where was dot it's not coming up yet. I'll just save, and I'll try go. Let's try again. do gr dot get row count. I'll copy this script for computers. And again I will drag and drop script action. I'll say the name as count computers. I'll go to action expression. I'll declare a new variable for this. Maybe we can write as LA underscore count computer. I'll just copy the name. Now I will create the second script variable or the live agent variable computer, and I will give the count as 0 again, and I will move this arrow to end as well here, and we will also give a text output as well. So for computer, maybe total computer count, and actually I can just select the count whatever should be displayed, and I will say save. And similarly I will do it for the server, and for the server I will write server count maybe, and in the response variable I will again select script variable and the server, and I will save. Okay, I think it's ready now. I'll go back, I will save again, and I will publish it. Okay, so let's try testing now if it's working fine or not. And I will use the web chat. Okay, the history is also loaded, and if I type a keyword maybe asset, so it shows up asset management, and I think we had given management as well, and it will show again the asset. Now if I select asset management, we will get 3 options: count of computers, count of servers, or I am done. So let's try I'm done first of all. It should end my chat. Thanks for using virtual agent today, and goodbye. Again, if we go here, I'll try asset management again, and I'll say give me count of my computers. It shows 40. And if we go again, asset management and count of servers, oh, both are 40. Okay, let me go and check. This is server. Oh, I'm sorry. So in computers we need to give classes computer. Okay, save, back, save, publish. I will refresh here. Let's try again for computers. Sorry, servers. Okay, 40 servers. Okay, fingers crossed. Okay, so we have 855 computers, so that's a correct count. Hope you liked the videos. Please subscribe to this channel so that you can get more virtual agent updates, and I will connect you guys with the next video. Thank you.